Hey everybody, Casey O'Toole here again. By now, I'm sure you probably are starting to see the power of our platform to generate new connections and generate new leads via our connection message responder system. But one thing I wanted to reach out and teach you how to do is to really leverage our system by updating your profile on LinkedIn so you put your best foot forward. It's one thing to generate a lot of connections, but if those connections are looking at your profile and they don't really see you as a reputable professional or reputable realtor or whatever profession you're in, then it's not really doing you much good. So in addition to that, you want to make sure that you are on the top of the search results when people who you may or may not be even connected to are looking for local realtors in town. So, like Google, like Facebook, there's a certain algorithm that LinkedIn uses. So if you search for, Santa Barbara realtor, there's a reason why the same folks populate more often than the others. So I'm going to show you what to do in order to enhance your profile and make sure that you show up at the top of the list, as well as, so help you put your right foot forward when people are looking at your profile. Because one thing you'll notice is that when you are on LinkedIn and you're using our platform, you're getting a lot of people viewing your profile. So I've had over 1,600 views of my profile in the past month. So, if you are shaking hands with 1,600 people, you want to make sure that you're wearing your nicest clothes, you took in a shower recently. You want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward so that they don't have a bad perception of you. So it's really your first impression. So the way to enhance that impression is by updating and making a very comprehensive and robust profile. So one of the first thing and easiest things to do is to create a custom URL for your page. I've already done it, but if you look at your LinkedIn profile page, if you haven't done this already, it'll probably be a sequence of random numbers and digits. But you can actually customize that so people will search for you and your LinkedIn profile will show up easier. So if you go to your profile page, click on Edit Public Profile and URL. And then you get to this section where you can simply click on this link, this little pencil, to then edit the ending of your LinkedIn URL. So that's one of the easy things you can do. Another easy thing you can do is to update the background photo of your profile. Most folks, including myself before I realized how important this all was, there's a big blue blank banner that's behind your profile, which is really valuable real estate for you to present yourself as a professional individual. So whether you want to put, your phone number or your website there, or perhaps even just your logo for your company, anything is better than nothing. And I have to admit that I didn't quite take the time to get the right pixel size, but you can kind of create the right pixel size and have it fit into that page, that whole section very easily. That's also a low-hanging fruit thing that you can do. And then obviously your profile photo. I know some folks that have avatars for their profile photo, which isn't really a good way to create rapport when people are looking at your profile. So make sure you have a professional looking profile that's up to date, it's current, it's realistic, and that way people can start to gain an impression of you, hopefully a positive impression of you based on, unfortunately, how you look. So that's also very easy to do. The headline is very important. So if you didn't already, you should customize your headline. I'm going to change mine because I've learned recently that LinkedIn does not like you to include your website where they don't want you to. So this might impact your search results. So I'm going to change this to, top realtor in Santa Barbara, or, buyer specialist in Santa Barbara. What I've learned is that LinkedIn really puts a lot of weight on having a niche for your practice. So if you're a buyer specialist helping home buyers buy homes in a local town, then that's probably a good thing to put down there. Also, claiming that you're the top realtor or award-winning realtor or award-winning profession that you are, that's also very important to put down there as well, because that's one of the first impressions that they see is what sort of headline do you represent yourself as. So also, being active and posting on LinkedIn is very important. In fact, being active and posting all throughout social media is important. If they see you as a social media influencer, then they will more than likely be promoting you more on LinkedIn as well. So here's just a few of my posts I've done recently. They don't have to be super fancy, but this is just a simple market snapshot for the real estate market, and I've had over 3,000 views of it. This is just a simple real estate quote, over 2,800 views. This one, again, it shows me, if you think about it, it shows me as a local expert because I just double ended a beachfront property. So you would think that LinkedIn would like that, and they do. And so that one had over 5,800 views of that post. So long story short with posting is you want to be sure to be active on LinkedIn, and make sure that the posts that you're posting are relevant to the prospects that you're looking to reach out to. The summary is also quite important. This is kind of, if people want to get more information about who you are, this is where they would do it. So you want to put your best foot forward here as well by saying, what's the most impressive thing about you that would help them learn that you are the most respected or most reputable or experienced person in that particular field. So, whether you're the owner of a brokerage or whether you're, buyer certified or whether you have a law degree as well, things like that would really go a long way. They also like the profile to be in a paragraph summary, like kind of in a paragraph form. So you can have bullet points, but you should probably start off with a paragraph form as well. The next thing is to always have as much experience as possible, not just experience in the particular industry that you're working in, but experience about really anything. So, I've only been a realtor for the past couple of years, 2 or 3 years, but I have a lot of really interesting experience. I've done data science research at UC Irvine. I've done business consulting at Gallup. I've done, research at a nonprofit foundation. And I have lots of different education experiences as well. So diversifying your experience is good. So you don't have to pigeonhole yourself into just real estate. People will look at your profile and see you as a well-rounded individual. So also, LinkedIn really likes rich media. So if you're posting on LinkedIn, you want to have a high quality, maybe 4K, a video or a really high pixelated photo that's done really well. They put a lot of emphasis, LinkedIn that is, on rich media. So not just like you snapped a photo from your iPhone and then decided to upload it onto LinkedIn. They probably wouldn't give as much power to that post. But again, like really high quality videos, promo videos, lifestyle videos for your listings or for whatever you're trying to promote, all that would be very good to put on there. And also embedding all that information, and whether it's PDFs or articles or videos or photos into your profile as well, because they give you a lot of options on how to enhance your profile. So you can upload a testimonial that you recently got from closing a property, or maybe a promo video of you and your team and your partnership, whatever you want. But having more media, more rich media, goes a long ways. Also, the groups that you're in are very important. So if you're in, let's see here, the groups I'm in. So, just again, updating more information about yourself. So the interests that you have, the accomplishments that you have achieved, the skills and endorsements, you want a lot of those, the groups that you're a part of, et cetera, et cetera. So finally, also a very important thing is getting recommendations. So not only receiving recommendations, but giving them as well. So again, maybe my profile isn't the best example, but these are just things that I know of, is to give a recommendation is almost as good as receiving one, because it shows that you're using LinkedIn's assets. So you want to be able to give recommendations, receive them. So again, when people are looking at your profile, they'll see that you have testimonials that show how of an experienced individual you are. And then finally, the last thing is just having a very extensive network, which we can do our part to help you with that. The more people you know and the more people that you're connected to, that means that the higher likelihood of someone who searches for someone in that particular sector who's friends with or connected to all these different people, you're likely going to be known as the expert networker there. So if you notice when you click on people's profiles, it usually gives you some recommendations of people also viewed. And so you want to make sure that you're up here. So if someone's looking for a realtor in Santa Barbara and we click on Sean O'Toole, and then you want your name to be right here as well. So you want to make sure that, again, having a robust profile and an extensive network will help you populate to the top of the list whenever whenever the prospects are looking for realtors or whenever they're looking at your profile in general. So that's about it. I mean, the key takeaways here are create a comprehensive profile, make sure that you enter information into all the fields that LinkedIn has, use rich media, post often, be social, be engaging, have a very large network of individuals that you're connected to, which again will help with. And then also give testimonials, receive testimonials. And the more you do that, you'll start seeing the number of connections exponentially increase. And then B, you'll start seeing yourself, well, actually you won't be seeing it, but your profile will be populating at a higher rate than other people's profiles. So all that's good to know. If you have any questions about that, let me know and we can go from there. Thanks.